Next up in the draft, trading up with the Seattle Seahawks, which I think involved the Atlanta flipping their 31st pick and a 4th rounder. They select Takk Mckinley, the edge rusher from UCLA, which is a great value pick for them. I'm not exactly sure why Takk is slipping. Maybe there's some injury concerns. But looking at the Atlanta Falcons, I thought they had to go edge rusher or offensive line. Forrest Lamp was still there, which maybe I would have looked at picking. But Dan Quinn, defensive guy, it's kind of a no-brainer. I thought if they're going edge rusher, I didn't think Takk Mckinley would still be available here. Taco Charlton would have been my pick, or maybe TJ Watt. But looking at Takk Mckinley, he's versatile. He can play outside linebacker with Vic Beasley. He can play defensive end and kind of bump maybe an undersized D-end in Brooks Reed. Not exactly sure how they envision him. I'm going to assume they're going to want to line him up, oppose Vic Beasley, and that is tremendous upside with Takk Mckinley. I don't think he's as complete of a project as people think he is. I think there's still some work there, but what a better guy than Dan Quinn to try to really guide this guy and to maximize all his potential on the defensive side of the ball, going to a very favorable position there with the Atlanta Falcons, who still have one of the most well-rounded, complete rosters, maybe not just in the NFL, but more importantly in the NFC, which is where you have to go. That's the path through the playoffs, is through the NFC. And a really good division there, which has loaded up with a lot of draft picks, be it the Saints having 2 first-rounders. You got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers getting O.J. Howard. Jesus Christ, what an offense that's going to boast. And then you get the Carolina Panthers getting a dynamic playmaker like Christian McCaffrey. So I think Takk Mckinley is a nice pick there for the Atlanta Falcons, addressing a need and presents tremendous value. As you look at some mocks and some evaluators, they had him as a top 15 talent or somewhere around that range. I personally feel he would have been picked between 15 and maybe 22, but that is still good value there for the Atlanta Falcons. Switching up with the Seattle Seahawks, who now pick bound at 31. So Atlanta Falcon fans, let me know what you feel about Takk Mckinley. Me personally would have went offensive line. I would have got, Chris Chester's replacement in Forrest Lamp, who's probably one of the safest picks in this entire draft prospect. But Takk Mckinley still gets on that defense. It's a kind of a Dan Quinn-like pick and helps get them at the quarterback. I mean, they got Vic Beasley, who led the league in sacks. Now you got a guy like Takk Mckinley. Sky's the limits. That is going to be a very scary defense to go with free agent signing Don Terry Poe and Grady Jarrett, who basically emerged as a superstar down the stretch for the Falcons. So I think you guys should be happy with this pick. But let me know in the comment section below. And up next on the clock is the Buffalo Bills.